Welcome to the DKQ Lifestyle Podcast with me, Marcus, and today we're going to talk about cognitive needs. So, I don't mean special needs or anything like that. I mean, like, what you need, like food for thought, like what you need to make things entertaining for yourself or to keep you engaged. Um, so yeah, I'm on the TC, and I told you I loved it. Like all this information that I'm getting that they're giving me, it would just mwah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Like I couldn't believe what I'm hearing. So I'm not just hearing what they're talking about. They're like, I can see what they're saying. Like literally playing out, and like people are describing it because there's like so many people at different levels. Some people that have been there for a long time, a medium time, like a short, just come like myself, like, and it just was. So people explain it from different levels, the different intelligence levels, explaining it different ages, explaining it different races, explaining it. So you're getting like a multitude of like angles of this thing that they're talking about. So whether they're talking about erratic and volatile behavior or consequential thinking or anything, just anything, vulnerability as it was the last pod. Yeah, so it just fed me differently. But that's kind of how I've always been. So I always put down to being able to, for me to be able to do well on the TC, yeah, was due, I think, down to me getting into conspiracies at about 2021 ish. And so a long time ago that, yeah, like it come and it's gone. And but yeah, like I always listen, but I'm not fully out of them because I do like some of the new ones that I'm seeing. I do find it a bit entertaining, do you know what I mean? But I just have my little feel and a bounce, do you know what I mean? But anyway, being able to juggle things. Because at first when you listen to conspiracy, it's like, what? Is that what you on about? Like my brethren was going on about it for years. I think I was 21 because I met him at 18. We was 18. We're the same age. Almost literally. Like a few days between us. And my man's banging on about something or other, always about Egypt or something or other, like, fucking hell. And I'm just there, road man, I pep on the road, and I shut my I said, listen, because they don't make money. I say, see this, boom, pull out big change and say, listen, that's what I've been on the past couple of hours. What are you doing with this nonsense? Bless him. Do you know what I mean? Hold tight, you. You know what I mean? Anyway, he just stays staunch on his thing and whatever he just did what he's doing. I stayed out doing what I was doing. But anyway, like I'm coming off the road thing a little bit. I'm not coming off the roads, I'm just not shutting. I just go up and down, do you know what I mean? Like it'll go slightly and whatnot and I'm just fucking up, do you know what I mean? And he's still on it. And anyway, I must have like entertained. I said, oh come on and show me this, like we looked at Egypt. Boom, boom. I said, what ratio I buy? I said, Orion's belt. I said, boom. I said, 2 million. I said, nah, how much? This the way that how much? You know what I mean? They're from where? How far away? Modern man can't do it. And that night, my mind was blown. Blown. Do you know what I mean? Differently. So then obviously then I got onto it properly from there, but then obviously it took the sinister turn that it takes sometimes, you know what I mean, with some people. It took me because my head wasn't right, like at that time, like the heyday of the roads and all the little stuff that's happening there and the traumas that man's picking up, like PTSD or whatever, like not diagnosed, but you know, obviously you see man stuff and you're having to do man stuff, like, you know, so you can just imagine you're getting trauma. It just is. I hear people in my jobs talk about certain things and their diagnoses, and I think I must have got that. I'm self-diagnosing in the moment, like I'm dazing out as they're talking, like I think I've got that. Anyway, yeah. So where was I? Yeah. So I finally got on it, and I couldn't believe what I was saying, and then like getting into it, and then getting deep into it, and then like basically what I'm saying is that it changes your whole education system, doesn't it? So you've grown up believing a certain thing, not even realizing you believe in a certain thing. You've just believe it without questioning it because that's what you've just been taught in school by the authority figures, and you just think that's true. Do you know what I mean? And then they show you get shown an alternative or a different narrative, and it is something to like push away and reject at first because it's going up against what you believe. Something going up against your beliefs is basically like the moon crashing into the earth at the fastest pace possible. Do you know what I mean? It's a literal cataclysm. It's mad. Like something going up against your beliefs is mad. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know yourselves. We can't handle it. It's like, what? Like, do you know what I mean? It changes everything. Something coming in, something new coming in, changes everything. Anyway, so yeah, so I got into it hard, obviously. So it's like all that what I've learned kind of got like almost erased, or it got like minimized to nothingness. Like it was there as a reference point, but then all this other stuff that I'm looking into now, because it just kept leading from one conspiracy to another, to another, to another. They're all similar, but it was all because you get into like the end of that one, but never to the end of the real thread that you're looking at. Do you know what I mean? Like still, it's like over 15 years or whatever. And I still don't know who fingered Egypt. Do you know what I mean? It's just a thing that's just going to go on and on and on. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's just new evidence popping up, blah, blah, blah. And it's a thing now for conspiracies. Before, back then, conspiracies was like, I think I mentioned this before one of the earlier, on my first pods about conspiracies, like how the internet used to be different back then. So it's like you could kind of find, it seemed like you're finding truths. Now, this bare fake news and bare bullshit, and people know that what people are into, and people can like just chat shit, but it sounds realistic. Do you know what I mean? So you never know what's what now. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just all, and it's mainly for the newer minds that are coming up into it, but whether it's younger or someone even of my age that's just getting into it now. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just for newer minds, this mad stuff. Like even now it's AI, it can generate anything. Like people are smart enough to generate these things themselves. But yeah, that's that bit. So I think I was able to take on the concepts of therapy to the degree that I did because of conspiracies opening my mind up differently. So I do like conspiracies for that, for me getting into it and being able to see how, or being able to tap into that more mind space and edge. Because then what it is, you look into so much, don't you? And then you take it further yourself with your own, because you're learning to like almost critically think. Do you know what I mean? To a degree, you're not really, because you're not questioning the conspiracy. You believe in a conspiracy wholeheartedly. You're questioning what you knew before, and then you adding on to the conspiracy. You're never questioning the conspiracy. Do you know what I mean? If that's a lie, because obviously they're always presenting evidence, but evidence can always be shown for anything. Evidence to the contrary. Do you know what I mean? Just say like this flat Earth thing. They can show evidence that is flat, and then people can show evidence that is spherical. Do you know what I mean? So it just goes on whatever you choose to believe. It's all a choice what we choose to believe. We're not really. That was a mad breathing in thing. This mic, I need to sort out where I put this mic still. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, that's that bit. Going on to cognitive needs. So I was soaking all this stuff in. And I probably got to about halfway through. I was there for like 2 year, 5 months. So what's that? 29 months. So about just over halfway through, it started to bore me a bit. Like it not bore me, but it weren't enough. And it's probably just the same thing what I was saying in the last pod. That's why I chose to do this one now. When I was saying about you have to throw like 100 bits at me. Because if you throw like 5, I said nothing, but really 1 or 2 things would stick. I won't remember the whole 5. Do you know what I mean? Because I'll be dwelling on the few that, the bits that stuck out to me. And that's where it is. Throw bare bits at me, and more that I'm interested in will stick. And then it gives me like a basis to build off. Do you know what I mean? And understanding, because I might be too far ahead with that bit and at the basics with that bit. And then I can either build up that bit that I've remembered, or build back a little bit to get the basis to build up higher. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if you just teach me the basics, I'll be bored and I can't click it, especially if you're going at a slow pace. I'm a fast paced type of guy. So anyway, so what it is, because I've learned so much, it's just like bits and bats now, bits and bats. So I've gone to the therapist, Kira. I remember just like sidling up next to her. It was outside the office near the kiosk, near the pool table and that. Near a couple of chairs that had a phone box there that no one used because we had phones in ourselves. The man called the bus stop. And also near the servery. It was near a few things too. It was near Group 1. It was near the laundry. It was near everything. You know what I mean? Because everything was down that side of the wing anyway. I was at the other side. And yeah. So, yeah, I'm sliding up to her like, okay, you know what, like, I'm just like, I don't know exactly what I said, but I said something about just getting bored, or it's just not enough, like, these days. It's like, she had an Irish accent. She was from, not Northern Ireland, like, Republic of Ireland, but she could, like, Ireland, and then Northern Ireland, what we call Northern Ireland, she called the North of Ireland. So I remember having this mad thing getting into it, like, when you say Northern Ireland, are you on about, no, when you're saying the North of Ireland, are you on about Northern Ireland? She's like, yeah, the North of Ireland. Because where it is, she's from the Republic of Ireland, so they've got a different view of what us British that have teethed, not me, Northern Ireland, people that are loyal to Britain through Northern Ireland, then there's obviously people in Northern Ireland that are loyal to the island, Republic of Ireland, or Summit. And it was just mad. Like, this conversation was just like, I just needed it to say, yes, I'm calling what you're calling Northern Ireland the North of Ireland, because I thought it's about the rest of, because it's only like a little bit of Northern Ireland. It's not like it's all of it. I'm like, you know about the other bit? That's like, is it like a certain bit upwards? And anyway, so she'd get political on us because a lot of people that aren't from Britain are political, where we're not really. We are, but we're not. You talk to other people from other countries, they're fucking deep in their politics, in their country or whatever. I've got more passion in it, where we're just like passive, like, oh yeah, they vote Labour, get the fucking benefits. Oh, let's vote Tory. I mean, less police on the street. Anyway, she's gone, it's your cognitive needs. She said, Marcus, it's your cognitive needs. I said, what? I said, what do you mean? She goes, you just need more. Your cognitive, she said, it's like being like there's been like a line in your mind, and then you've learned up to it, and now that bar's risen, but it's not being. So why don't you do a course or something? I was saying, I'm fucking doing courses, man. I'm doing counselling skills. I'm doing this, that, and the other. Mentoring. I'm doing some mad courses that I've never heard of until I got to prison. And then I found out that they're from. I swear they were from. What's that fucking religion that Tom? I swear they were Scientology. But it was mad because the pictures like black people in, like, you know what I mean. Like, anyway, it was like I remember doing like a parenting course and a couple of other things from him. And then fucking hell, they just keep. I just did the last one. I did loads of them. They had loads, probably like 30 or something. I must have done like half of something that appealed to me, if not more. I might have had that many, but I did loads. I did quite a percentage of how many they had anyway. And I must have just stopped doing them. Like, I just had enough. Just did my last one, and that was it. And they kept on like sending me mail, like, to push it forward. They wanted me to recruit more because I must have got it off somebody else. Somebody must have been doing them and said, "Oh, I'm doing these courses." I must have said, "Oh, what's that?" And I said, "Oh, I'll do it," because I was up for doing out to like, oh, hello, to just better myself. You know what I mean? To just see, oh, what's that about, and what's this and what's that, and I can't remember what the fucking courses were, but yeah, I must have read into it, and it was fucking science. I swear it was Scientology. It was either Mormon or Scientology, but I swear it was Scientology. That's why I was more shocked. Like, I didn't think it was in England like that. But yeah, the parenting course was quite good. Only thing I really remember from it is when a child falls down and hurt themselves, don't, like, when you go to console them and cuddle them and that, don't say anything. Don't be like, "Oh, love, come on, you know, you'll be all right. I love you, and you know what I mean, it'll be all right." Just hug them. Let them say and do whatever they need to do. Because when they've had enough, they'll just leave you. Do you know what I mean? Because then they can get that going forward, growing up, that hug off anyone. They don't need them to say anything. Because sometimes, like, because if you say, "Oh, love, don't worry about it. I'll smack that curb when you fell down, and I'll do this, and then you'll be all right." And just saying stuff, you know, people, my people say it to me, do you know what I mean? And I've seen people do it, and I probably done it. But it said, oh, so then they get used to the words. It's not the cuddle. Do you know what I mean? Because they come to you because it always goes to the rock. There's a rock in every family. Do you know what I mean? And that's what the parents are supposed to be, or the caregivers are supposed to be, the rock. Do you know what I mean? So kids go out and do what they're doing, and when they've hurt themselves or need advice, they come back to you. They come back, and they should be able to trust you enough to, like, when they're hurt, they can get well again. Do you know what I mean? They can feel better again, or get good advice going forward. But a lot of us, you know, we're from, like, you know, life's hard in it, so it's hard to get that from. Do you know what I mean? Or to give that sometimes. And anyway, so it said they'll get conditions for the words. So then when they go on, if someone does give them a hug, they're not saying the right thing. So someone might be talking. So just say, a little girl's always got things said to her by her mum or her dad. And then that girl becomes my girlfriend later in life. And then she goes through a bad day or whatever, and I'm hugging her and I'm saying, "Oh, don't worry, you'll get it again tomorrow." Because that's what my parents said to me, or something like, just, you can hit it again. You fell down, get yourself back up. 1,000 times down, 1,001 up. And she went, "What? I just want to know that you love me," or something. Do you know what I mean? When it's all they need is the hug. That's just the one thing that I remember from there. But anyway, the cognitive needs, it just, the bar gets risen, and then we have to fill it. I don't think I really did. I did in a sense, because I was having bare stuff sent in. I was getting bare books from the library, bare books sent in, buying books, doing art courses. I was like thinking of things and finding things out, and then asking my people out here to look things up online to see if they can find anything what I'm saying, and then they find it and send it in and then deepen my knowledge there. So yeah, I thought I'd just share that about cognitive needs and how it rises. Do you know what I mean? How we do get that bit, like, because I can like, there's a lot of us that we just want more. We just want more. Do you know what I mean? And that's part of it. Like, this is the cognitive need. It is a thing. I thought I'd just share that. You know what I mean? Fucking sweat me back out here. You know what I mean? Anyway, Marcus, Deacon Q Lifestyle Podcast.